Hey there, AMC fans, and welcome to the Thursday Ticket. We are coming to you live from the AMC studio. My name is Sergio, and I'm here with Jordan.
Hey, everyone. Hello, Sergio. Sergio, I feel like, we haven't seen each other in a while. We haven't done this for a few shows.
It's been quite some time, probably about 6 shows now.
It is great
to
be with you today.
I appreciate that.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Sergio.
We have a great lineup of movies to talk about today. But first, let's take you back to last week. Something big happened.
Dare I say that AMC may have gone to a galaxy far, far away?
No, Star Wars Celebration happened in Chicago. So,
all right, maybe not that far.
I see what you did there. Yes, we are talking about Star Wars Celebration, and Team AMC was there in Chicago getting the scoop on all of this Star Wars goodness that came out of it.
So much.
A lot of updates, a lot of panels, but the one panel, the highlight of the entire weekend was the Star Wars Episode 9 panel, which now has a title. It's not just Star Wars Episode 9. It is Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. And I have questions.
Yes.
Who's rising? Is the only Skywalker that's left is Ben Solo, right?
I would think so.
But okay, not only do we get, yes, I have a lot of questions naturally. But not only do we get the title, we also got an awesome trailer, and that leads us into our question of the week.
And that question is, what were your thoughts on the trailer? What'd you think of the trailer? I mean, when I saw it, it took me back to 2015 when I first saw the trailer of The Force Awakens and just the goosebumps and everything I felt. And seeing, going online and seeing crowd reactions to people when they first saw the trailer come up. Oh my God, it was awesome. So please let us know what you thought. Chime in now. We're curious to hear it.
Yeah, definitely goosebumps. I mean, it was so many cool moments in that trailer, starting off with Rey running from the TIE fighter and then doing that leap.
She does that leap that everybody was like, oh my gosh, she's amazing.
And looking forward to hearing what you guys are saying about the trailer. But there are 2 moments that I want to specifically call out. Well, first, before we get to those 2 moments, we have narrated by Luke Skywalker this trailer. But the first moment that I want to call out in the trailer is the Death Star.
Yeah, I mean, when you see Rey and her posse, right? They're in the desert and they walk up and they see in the horizon the remains of what is the Death Star. Holy smokes. I mean, history right there.
Absolutely. So that was one.
Yes.
And the other, which was shortly after that moment in the trailer, that laugh.
I can't
We talked about this.
I tried. I needed to do it.
You sounded like a door creaking open. It's not a laugh. But Palpatine, he's back. That surprised me, fans alike. Seeing the return of Palpatine. And what does Luke Skywalker say in the trailer?
No one's ever really gone, right? What are people saying? What are you chiming in to say, guys?
We've got Mary Madeline says that she loved the trailer. Nick Meeks saying it's awesome and can't wait to see it when it comes to theaters. So definitely agree with you on that one. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. We have to wait a little bit. Comes out in December.
But you know what? Time flies, right? I mean, it was this time last year we were talking about Infinity War, and Endgame is now here just a week away. So 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. It'll be here in a snap.
But what we don't have to wait for are these movies that we are going to talk about in our weekend movie guide.
Talk about a great weekend for families to get out and enjoy movies at the theater, right? It's Easter weekend, holiday weekend. There's stuff for you guys to enjoy.
And what better movie to see this Easter Sunday, this Easter weekend, than the inspirational true story of Breakthrough, which actually opened up yesterday. So it's now playing in theaters. After we're finished here, you can head to your local AMC and catch this movie. And it is a true story about a Midwest town. A young boy is playing on a frozen pond.
And the unthinkable happens. He breaks through, falls into the ice, and freezes to death. He's dead.
But through the power of faith and this entire community coming together and supporting this family who is grieving the loss of their son, a miracle happens, and the boy
comes back
to life.
After being dead for 45 minutes, which is probably the most shocking thing.
Yeah, it's definitely an emotional but moving story, and the mother in this film is star Chrissy Metz, who's from This Is Us fame, and we have a special video from Chrissy herself, so let's take a look at that right now.
Hey AMC moviegoers, Chrissy Metz here from the new film, Breakthrough. This is a movie that will truly open up hearts and minds. Please take a look at the film and be sure to mark your calendars because Breakthrough opens nationwide on April 17th.
You are my pride and joy, Dawn.
Breakthrough has audiences everywhere believing.
He's been underwater for more than 15 minutes.
We got him! Get ready to open your eyes.
Please, God, save my son.
And discover the impossible.
That lake is 25 feet deep. To find him that fast, you'll need a one.
Based on the incredible true story.
Your son's a miracle.
You have to see to believe.
Love makes all things possible.
Breakthrough. Rated PG. April 17th.
Enjoy a movie like this. So make sure you pick up your tickets. Like Jordan said, the movie opened yesterday. You can go see it today or anytime this week. That's Breakthrough. So now, to talk about another movie, right? We're not talking about people coming back to life. We're talking about people potentially dying.
Yes.
and you know, dare I say, we're going to make a hard left or maybe a wrong turn.
That's a great way to
right?
put it, yes.
Right, you
Things
guys
are
got
about
a
to
wrong
get
turn, scary.
spooky.
But we're talking The Curse of La Llorona. So if you're not familiar with the Mexican folklore, we're talking about a woman that has been scorned by her husband. And she figures, well, the best way to get my revenge is to kill the two people who were closest to him. And those people were his children, her children. So what does she do? She takes her kids to the river. She drowns them. Their bodies flow away. They disappear. She comes back after, you know, experiencing this crime of passion. She comes back to her senses and realizes the atrocities that she'd committed, can't live with herself. So it's said that she took her life, and they found her on the side of a riverbank dead. And as the folklore tells it, she's on her way to heaven, and when she's at the gates of heaven, they won't let her in. Why? Because she killed her kids, and because she can't come into heaven until she finds them to bring him to heaven with her. So what happens? She's on an expedition.
Yeah, and so this movie follows this urban legend of the weeping woman.
Correct.
And you know, apparently, if you hear her cries in the distance,
you know you better get out of here. Run.
Especially if you are a child or have children. And this film is produced by James Wan. You know, very very popular in the horror genre.
Absolutely.
With the Conjuring films. And what's interesting is this movie takes place in the Conjuring universe.
Yeah, and we were Jordan and I were talking about this, right? And it does take place in the Conjuring universe, but how? Well, is it because James Wan is producing it? You know, is it because of the director?
Yeah, the director, Michael Chavez, his next film after this is he's directing the next installment of The Conjuring 3, which is coming out next year, but that's not it.
So you have all these, Conjuring conversations going on, but we did a little bit of digging, and thank you, IMDb, for providing us all the stats on who's in the movie. We found out that there is one familiar character that may carry over into a couple movies?
Yes, so Tony Amendola plays Father Perez in The Curse of La Llorona, and he is helping this family who is being tormented by the weeping woman.
Yep.
And this is not the first time that we have seen this character.
Do you guys know where Father Perez? Let's ask you. Let us know. Do you know where he has been featured in? What other movie?
He was also in Annabelle.
Annabelle.
So there's that linkage right
That's
there. So this movie definitely going to be a terrifying one, a good movie to see.
And I love the fact that Warner Brothers has been doing so well with all these horror movies. Everything from Conjuring to Annabelle to The Nun to now The Curse of La Llorona. I'm a big fan of everything that they've done with it because it's a cool horror verse that they've created.
The Conjuring universe.
The Conjuring universe.
Yes, absolutely. But there's another movie that is coming out at AMC, and it's in celebration of Earth Day, which is this Monday.
That's right.
And it is from Disney Nature, and the film is Penguins.
Yes.
So Disney Nature has come up with these documentaries every year to celebrate Earth Day, and they're celebrating 10 years of Disney Nature.
They've brought us, movies with monkeys. They've brought us not penguins. We're obviously penguins now.
Yeah.
They brought us, pandas. They brought us all kinds of movies, and now we're leading into this.
And what's so unique about these movies is that you follow a specific animal, in this case, Steve the penguin, and we see their day-to-day lives. We get, a never-before-seen look into nature, and we fall in love with these animals.
And you can't get it wrong. I mean, who doesn't love penguins? Waddle, 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 all that good stuff. And I mean, you look at movies like Happy Feet 2.
The Penguins of Madagascar.
Penguins of Madagascar. They're uber popular animals, and for sure, I think they've hit a home run with this one.
And what better person to narrate this documentary than Ed Helms? And
Absolutely.
we have a special shout out from Ed Helms. Let's take a look at that right now.
Hey AMC moviegoers, tickets are now on sale for Disney Nature's Penguins, where you'll witness some of the planet's most majestic animals. Yo boy. Okay, you know what? Let's go again. Raising a family crossing Antarctica, nothing is too much for our fearless hero, a penguin named Steve. That's awkward. Watch here as Steve gracefully makes his way to... But the thing about Steve is he never gives up. He's trying. He's doing his best. Celebrate Earth Day and get your tickets today for Disney Nature's Penguins. Rated G. By seeing the film opening week, you'll help protect penguins like Steve around the world.
No doubt, the movie looks cute. I'm all in it. Yeah. There's an array of movies for you to go enjoy this weekend. Anything from family to horror, you have your pick. But now it's time to get into some Hollywood news. There's a lot of... So, the biggest thing, the one thing that we know you guys have been waiting for, Avengers Endgame. I can't believe we're here. We're 7 days away.
We are 1 week away from the most anticipated movie of the year, potentially of all time, and the hype is really high.
Real.
I have my ticket in my wallet. It doesn't leave me. Alicia and I are
You better hold on to that. I heard somebody paid $15,000 for a pair of tickets, so...
Nope, not me. And Alicia and I are doing an Avengers-themed Thursday ticket next week, and as soon as we're wrapped up there, I'm going to the theater, and I'm going to the very first showtime of Avengers.
So this is a big deal. Avengers, no doubt. I mean, you heard it. It broke the internet for a while. Fandango, everyone, was down just because there's so much traffic online. The movie is currently forecasted, and these are numbers that I've heard, whether they're industry sources or not, $300 million. Let's put that in perspective.
For opening weekend.
For opening weekend,
right? Wow.
$300 million. The highest grossing movie opening weekend to date so far was Avengers Infinity War, opened to about $258 million. Before that was The Force Awakens at $248, I think, million. So we're talking 300. That is unheard of.
Good chunk of change.
A huge chunk of change.
And there are still showtimes available.
Jump on our website, amctheaters.com, or our mobile app. You can watch the movie in 3D, which is one of my preferred formats. I love seeing the action and everything pop out at me. But, opening night Thursday and over the weekend, there are 3D showtimes still available. There are 2D showtimes if you prefer that format, that are still available over the weekend and in the later hours even, too. Yeah. I mean, can you believe there are people that are committing to watch this movie at like 3, 4
a.m.
3, 4, even 5 in the morning, which is insane, but it just shows the love that you guys have for them. And again, for those of you that are seeking the PLF options, the IMAX, Dolby Cinema, AMC Prime, we have tickets on sale for 2 weeks. So make sure you look around for week 1 and week 2 tickets and pick them up. This is the format to go see the movie in.
And if you do have your tickets already, did you see the letter that Joe and Anthony Russo
I did,
wrote?
yeah. Well, who had? It's all over social media.
Don't spoil the end game. Thanos still demands your silence. you wouldn't want the movie to be spoiled
Agreed.
for you, so do not spoil it for others. But Sergio, we saw some trailers.
Some pretty
this
big
week.
trailers, too.
Where do we begin?
I'm thinking we're going to go with the baddest trailer that, and by bad I mean awesome. I love it.
Okay, I was like,
'Cause
I thought it was pretty cool.
Every time I say baddest, Jordan's like, you really like it? No, I mean, I loved it. I'm going to go Fast and Furious. I'm not Fast and Furious. Hobbs and Shaw.
Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
That's right. There you go. There you go.
And the trailer debuted just this morning, and wow, does this look so action-packed? I mean, the rivalry / friendship between Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham, like their chemistry looks fantastic. And you know, this was a longer. Well, we've already seen that first trailer for the film, but this gave us a more in-depth look at the plot. And Idris Elba is the bad guy.
We were at CinemaCon, and The Rock comes out, and he's there with Jason Statham, and they're on stage. They're introducing the trailer to us because we got to see it a little early. And he says, "Listen, you know Fast and Furious movies. They take action, adventure, and hype to here, right? Well, I guarantee you that when you walk out of Hobbs and Shaw, you'll feel like we did it to here." And it's true. You see it in the trailer. And one of the things I can appreciate about what they did, you know, in the Fast and Furious movies, there's this big sense of family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the overarching theme.
Yes.
And you definitely feel it here because The Rock is going back to his roots in this one.
Yeah. Action-packed. Another action-packed trailer that we saw was the final trailer for Dark Phoenix.
Oh, yeah.
The next installment, potentially the final installment
Yeah.
in the X-Men franchise as we know it.
Like he's saying, this may be the last X-Men trailer you see from this franchise.
Before they are potentially introduced
Rebooted?
into the MCU.
Yes.
And then we also got a dark trailer, a devilishly dark but fun trailer for Child's Play. Your favorite doll is back,
Good
Chucky,
boy dolls, you know.
and this time voiced by Mark Hamill in this reimagining.
They couldn't have picked a better voice actor for this one. I'm all chips in. I think this one's going to be fantastic. What I can appreciate is that it's not a hokey movie. You know, Chucky movies started seriously and then became these campy movies.
Yeah.
This is like a retelling and a serious, dark movie of this. It's this hacker slasher film. And it looks awesome.
Well, yeah, he grabs the knife. There's like a lawnmower.
A lawnmower. There's all
scene.
kinds of
It's
stuff.
gonna be
You can
dark,
only imagine
yeah.
what's going to happen.
Another, you know, action-packed movie that is coming out next month, and a movie that I cannot wait for. Tickets went on sale for just this week, and I am talking about John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum. Tickets are now on sale at amctheaters.com.
Yeah, no, the movie, we were at CinemaCon again, and they showed us some footage, and I couldn't believe the scene where Halle Berry is there with her dogs, the killer
yes.
dogs. It is amazing what they've done with all of the characters, the pooches to the assassins in this movie. It's going to be unbelievable.
Well, there was a photo from the set of this new one where Keanu Reeves was on a horse in New York carrying a samurai sword and like slashing people on motorcycles. And at that moment, I realized, oh, this is going to be the greatest movie ever. Like, that is the pitch right there. I'm sold. I'm seeing this movie opening night.
Good deal. So obviously there's been a lot happening in Hollywood this week, from trailers to news. We're going to talk some independent movies now, so let's kick it over to the independent. So the first movie up in our independent spotlight is Teen Spirit.
Does it smell like Teen Spirit, or not
No,
that type of Teen Spirit?
I don't think it's that kind of
okay,
Nirvana.
good.
No. But it is a musical adventure, right?
Yes.
So here is the story that is told through the eyes of Elle Fanning's character, and I guess the best way to put it is that this is the European version of American Idol, right? And she goes through her journey, joins this competition. She has this passion for music, and she meets this washed up, you know, operatic singer, this opera singer, who becomes her vocal coach and just takes her through the process and mentors her. And, you know, will she make it? Will she become a success? We don't know. We'll have to watch the movie to find out, but it looks really great.
Yeah, it's definitely this type of Cinderella story of Elle Fanning's this pop star's journey to fame, and we had the opportunity to sit down with Elle and the filmmakers of Teen Spirit to learn a little bit more about the movie. Let's take a look.
Sing from your heart.
I never dreamed I would make it this far.
It's an interesting movie because it's all about whether a girl's going to win a singing competition or not, and then by the time you get to that point in the movie, you don't care anymore. You're much more interested in, is Violet going to be the best version of herself? Is she going to retain the integrity of who she's been?
Everyone has dreams. It's such a universal theme, and especially with Violet and the way that she achieves the success that she does and what she goes through, but also she's very uncompromising and has that hunger, even when people are telling you no. Somehow you're like, I'm gonna find that passion to keep going because I want this and I love this.
Life comes down to these moments, Violet.
It's really great. It actually feels really fresh. And when you look at who's in the movie, there's a reason why it feels fresh. So the director is Max Minghella, who you probably know from The Handmaid's Tale, right?
Yeah, and he was also in The Social Network as well.
Right, right. And he's the son of Anthony Minghella, who's a writer of Cold Mountain and The Talented Mr. Ripley. So this is his directorial debut, which is really cool. But then producing the movie is Jamie Bell. So you've got this onslaught of younger filmmakers and producers that are coming on board, and in watching the trailer, you can really see that's prominent. And it's really cool just to see what their vision and take on musicals like this are going to be. Not musicals, but you know,
but
musically
it's a musical
inspired
drama,
movie.
and it's got a fantastic soundtrack as well. And if you like music, you're going to be interested in this next film in our AMC Independent Spotlight, especially if you are a fan of the Queen of Soul. So Kaylee and I mentioned on a few weeks ago, Amazing Grace was opening at a few AMC theaters, but this weekend it's expanding to additional theaters. And this film features never-before-seen footage of Aretha Franklin recording the most highest-selling gospel album of all time, Amazing Grace. So if you are an Aretha Franklin fan or just like music, you're definitely going to want to check this one out. Go to amctheaters.com to see if it's playing at a theater near you.
Another movie that's coming out this weekend, and you guys know AMC is a very inclusive company that plays content that's from all walks of life and from around the world. And the one we're going to talk about now is a Hindi movie called Kalank. And I guess the best way to describe the movie, it takes place in 1945, so it's a period story, a period piece. But it tells the story of a wife, a woman who has a terminal disease. She knows she's going to die, and she wants to find a suitable replacement, someone for her husband to marry to continue the family and whatever it is. Nice. What I find peculiar is there's probably a lot of different dynamics going on, and how do you introduce this new woman into your life, and the drama that's going to transpire? Like, I'm not gone yet, but you shouldn't be really doing this with my husband and this and that.
Sounds like conflict's going to happen, like a little bit of a love triangle there.
Right, exactly. So it sounds very cool. Kalank opens in theaters on Friday. Make sure you catch that.
A lot of options to see at AMC this week, but we also have exclusive offers that we want to talk about right now.
So the first offer we're going to talk about, and again, if you're a comic book fan, this is right up your alley, right? Because we are going back to Avengers Endgame. Make sure you pick up your tickets for Avengers Endgame in IMAX for both week 1 and week 2, because if you do, you could go ahead and pick up one of these exclusive IMAX posters. They are in limited supply, so make sure you go there week 1 to pick up your poster, and week 2. The awesome part about this is that when you take the two posters and put them together, they create one image of all the Avengers, which is pretty fantastic. I know I've already picked up my tickets for IMAX on Saturday, and I am going to go back the following week, probably Friday, to go pick up my second poster. Got to go get them in.
Yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on those posters. Those are very cool. Our next exclusive offer, so Missing Link, the new film from Leica Studios, is now playing, and we have a very cool sweepstakes for you AMC Stubs members. If you buy tickets to Missing Link now through April 25th, you will be automatically entered for a chance to win a trip to the Pacific Northwest for you and your family to go on a Missing Link adventure. Maybe catch a sight of Bigfoot himself. I don't know.
That'd be pretty cool, actually. You grab a camera, see some big footprints on.
Well, there's only the one picture of him, and it's not a flattering picture where it's like him off
like
into
that?
I'm sure he wants a new shot of him.
Get it done. And the next offer we have are for those Pokemon fans fans out there, if you purchase tickets opening weekend to Pokemon, you will pick up 2 free trading cards. Again, make sure Pokemon Detective Pikachu. Pick up your tickets now so that you can get to the theater and get those Pokemon cards. Again, this is while supplies last, okay? It's not guaranteed that every single person's going to get them. But make sure you pick up your tickets and your trading cards. I love collecting things.
Yeah,
so
really
cards are up
looking
my
forward
alley.
to that film. A lot of great things happening at AMC this week, and next week is a big one. We are talking Avengers Endgame. It's an Avengers-themed Thursday ticket, so we will see you then. And you can get your tickets, if you haven't already, to Avengers Endgame or any of the films that we talked about today on amctheaters.com or on the mobile app.
And don't forget to catch us here every Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern, 2:30 p.m. Central. We are giving you the lowdown on what movies to go watch every week. So again, see us on Thursday.
Yeah, thank you so much for making us part of your afternoon, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.